Hey everybody, welcome to Module 5. For Module 5, we have a couple of weeks where we're going to be online, and then we're going to pick up after that and come back and kind of combine Module 5 and 6 when we meet for our online portion of the class. So you have a couple of weeks to work on the materials for Module 5, but I wouldn't put it off because there is a lot of stuff to cover in this module. So let's dive in. So the first component of Module 5 is about copyright and fair use. And it is kind of a complicated subject, but it's really important for you to understand copyright and fair use, not only as just someone who works with media and digital stuff as a student, but it's going to be very, very important for you to understand the idea of copyright and fair use as an educator, and you're going to want to help your students understand what's the right way to use materials and what's not the right way to use those materials. So as you can see here, we've got a lot of different components to cover. So as normal, you just kind of pop through, and I have some guiding questions for you to think about as you work through this module. You can see that they have the ISTE standards that promotes models digital citizenship, and in particular, the first one is on safe, legal, and ethical use of different digital information. It's really, really important. Copyright defined is some stuff about what copyright really is and what it's all about. Exploring the complexities of copyright. I've got some videos for you to look at and to take a look at to start to dig into copyright. Here's a section on copyright and longevity. It's changed over time. And then we dig into fair use. So there's a difference between copyright and fair use, but they kind of go together. And then there's more things here on bringing copyright and fair use together. Then there's this section here on Creative Commons. I want you to take some time and watch this video and think about Creative Commons and what this group is trying to do to foster creative collaboration and sharing. Then there's some copyright and fair use infographic. Make sure you read this part. You do have a required journal post for this particular section, so make sure you get that covered. There's some additional resources on fair use and copyright, and then you have an assignment here on copyright and fair use. What I want you to do is to create a Google Draw poster, kind of like what we did for the search engine activity. And I want you to summarize what you learned about fair use and copyright. And your audience is going to be other educators. So think about if you were doing this for other teachers or other students who want to go into education. What are some critical things that they need to know? So you need to have at least 3 images, all right? And then you need to make sure that you give them proper attribution, or i.e., make sure that you cite it correctly. So you need to think about how you cite images. And then once you do that, you're also going to give it your own copyright attribution. What you do is you click here on this link. It will take you to the Creative Commons area. You decide on what kind of license you want. So you just pick and choose these different ones. And then if you scroll down, you'll see this little icon here. And all you need to do is either save the image as or copy the image and put that on your copyright fair use poster that you're making in Google Draw. And you're going to click here under copyright fair use poster, and that's going to take you to a shared folder, and you're going to put your copyright fair use poster in here. I would suggest that you go here first and just click new and start a new Google Drawing and do it directly in there. But you can always move a copy over into here if you want to, just whatever is easier for you, but I find it easier to just go ahead and start the drawing in the place where I want it to be. All right, The second part is on professional growth and development. This is a really critical piece that you're going to need to make sure that you stay up on top of. Excuse me. There's, as we've seen, information is changing constantly. There's all kinds of things going on, and it's really important as teachers that we continually improve our professional practice. And we do that through participating in professional growth and leadership opportunities. But we also want to model to our students that we're continuing to learn along with them. So we want to make sure that that becomes a standard part of our professional activities. So we have the ISTE standards in here. I have some videos for you to watch, additional resources for you to explore. And then the activity that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find one resource online. And it doesn't matter where you find it as long as it's a legit source. But I want you to focus on this part C, evaluate and reflect on current research and professional practice on a regular basis to make effective use of existing and emerging digital tools and resources in supporting student learning. So what you're going to do is online, you're going to try to find, or not try, you will find, because there's lots out there, find a resource that talks about emerging or existing digital tools to support student learning. So you're going to find that resource, and then you're going to go to Diigo, and you're going to save that resource, write a short description, and then make sure that you choose to share it to our CSLS group. Okay, so that way you can share it to our group. Now, the resource does not have to come from Edutopia. This is just a screenshot example. Okay, so you have a couple of weeks to work on this. There is a lot of material to get through, so pace yourself. And I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weeks.